What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review. Today we're doing a spoiler-free. This is a spoiler-free. I will not spoil Deadpool and Wolverine here for you, but I will tell you my basic thoughts, my review, and some things you can expect if you're going. First off being, if you want some badass merch, you can get it. I got Deadpool and Wolverine merch. This is just awesome. I love this. But there's also popcorn buckets, right? And most people have seen this one, designed by Deadpool, and then it says at the bottom, can also be used for popcorn. But yeah. Oh, and as Ryan Reynolds crudely put on Jimmy Kimmel Live the other night when Hugh and Ryan were hosting. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend go checking that out because it was hilarious to see. And they pulled out this, and then they made a Guillermo one. But as soon as Ryan pulled out this and saw the little tongue, he goes, "Oh, Hugh, I think people are going to actually fuck this." I don't know if anyone actually fucked the Dune popcorn bucket, but this one, I don't know. There might be some people going at the old Wolverine blowjob handles, as Deadpool called them. I don't know, but we'll get into it. And there's one more popcorn bucket, but this one doesn't even seem like a popcorn bucket. It just seems like a great display, and that is Deadpool with the propeller on top. How fucking cool is that thing? So now I got some legit DP and Wolverine merch other than just t-shirts, which I'm super happy about. But this video is about my non-spoiler review. So I'll give you my score out of 5 stars like I normally do. I would give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. I think it's a solid 8 out of 10. If I'm going out of a 10 score, I'd probably give it somewhere between like an 8.5 and an 8.7 for me out of 10. But, you know, it was a super fun time. I had a great time in theaters yesterday. Part of me still just kind of questioning, like, alright, did I catch everything? I think I might need to see this 1 or 2 more times to really solidify my opinion of it and my thoughts around it. But I went yesterday with my buddy Langone. Me and him took a picture in front of the Deadpool Wolverine poster, and he got a little self-conscious that I looked taller than him, so I was like, don't worry, I'll make myself look shorter. So there's one version of that picture where he looks taller than me. But I fucking love you, Langone. You're the man. I had such a good time with you yesterday going to that. And just talking basic, you know, Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that. Deadpool Wolverine is officially certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. Out of all 3 of the Deadpool movies, it is actually the lowest critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which shocked me. But, you know, it is critics and it is 2024. They rarely give anything good scores. But Deadpool 1 had 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. Deadpool 2, 84%. And Deadpool 3 now is sitting at 80%. But it is currently, when I last looked, at 81% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes with 226 reviews, which is still a damn good critic score. That's still 4 out of 5 stars. Actually, a little bit over because it's 81%. But audiences have spoken, and 97% audience score, and I think some person looked this morning, it's actually up to 98% audience score. So people are having a great time. 2 hours, 8 minutes is a solid runtime. Honestly, I would have rather seen about 22 more minutes, and this will be 2.5 hours, and just us get a little bit more how and a little bit more why. Like, I'm more of a visual learner. I would want to have seen much of the things that they told us happened. Like, I wanted more. But that's my problem, I guess. I every time I watch one of these Marvel things, I love it because it's new, and I want new, and I want to see these characters again and again and again. But as soon as the movie ends, I'm like, damn, I wanted more of that. Unless we're talking like a Madam Web. Then I left the movie and was like, I hope I never see that again. But I did leave the theater wanting more, which is a good thing, I guess. And who knows if we'll get more, but we do get to finally see Wolverine in the blue and yellow, and he fucking dons the new costume, and he looks phenomenal, and I love to see it, and him next to Ryan Reynolds feels so right, you know, having the mustard and ketchup side by side, walking down that Liefeld Just Feet Street. Shout out Rob Liefeld, the creator of Deadpool. But just another thing I wanted to talk about was the advertising in the promotion for this. The day of release, they changed all of the Marvel Studios profile pictures to various different Deadpool doing things. Like the Avengers one had Deadpool with Thanos' glove, Iron Man's mask, the Tesseract, Captain Marvel's little button, Doctor Strange's Eye Agamotto, Hulk hands, arrows, a shield, and Thor's hammer. And then each of the Avengers themselves got a Deadpool-fied too. Iron Man, Cap, Loki, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, which all cracked me up. I was like, they didn't really do this. And then, of course, the Xbox that I was talking about earlier in the week, the controllers with the butts are cracking me up. And of course, people, the internet is undefeated, and they cut Deadpool together with the controller. So that cracked me up. But what cracked me up even more was that they did it to Wolverine too. And that just, oh, they have a yellow controller with Wolverine's butt. Oh man, it's a good thing they're only giving away those Xboxes that are Deadpool-ified, because if they were selling them, I'd have 2 of them by now. And just some like fan-made, hand-drawn little merch. Peggy Dogpool, she's awesome. You know, so just a lot to expect, and I am in awe that Marvel kept the secrets under wraps. Like, sure, I'm bummed there's about three, I can't even really call them cameos. There's maybe one person that you can be like, oh, that's a cameo. Just because it's quick and it's like whatever, and they're forgotten about afterwards. But like, there's cameos that are more like characters, you know what I mean? And there's about 3 or 4 that are like actual characters and actual have character beats and moments, and like, you know, stick around, and they're not just like there for a second and then, you know, gone the next. And I really am shocked at the stuff that Marvel didn't post, right? Like, they did post something, and it was because they wanted the person that was playing her, for the people that haven't been avoiding the trailers, I won't say who, but she wanted to go to the premiere, so that's why they released it, and Disney was also being like, we want to see the heartfelt version of it in a trailer, right? Like, so gay of them to be like, oh, we don't know if the movie's gonna be, like, they get cold feet right before the movie comes out because they're like so unsure how it's gonna perform, when clearly this movie's gonna make a ton of money, just a straight boatload of cash. Will probably be the highest grossing X-Men movie, Deadpool movie, you know, out of all of them, if I had to guess. Yeah, there's like 3, 4 surprise characters, not even just cameos, that have like real character moments, lines, and they stick around and they're there. And there was none of that in the promotional, no leaks. Like, there was one cameo that I saw leak on Twitter that I wish I didn't see, but that was just a cameo, so it's not that crazy important. But the 4 characters that are actual characters and surprise moments, super cool that they didn't get leaked. Stay off Twitter if you haven't watched this movie yet. Stay off the internet. You know, I hope you don't get spoiled before you go. But make an effort to get over there this weekend, watch it, because you would rather watch this movie and not know the people that are coming and make it that much more of a special experience. Like me and Langone yesterday, our theater, we went to a 3:45 Thursday showtime, and it was packed, and people were having a great time, laughing, you know, a little bit of chatter, but like, I kind of like a little bit of chatter. I like to hear people go, what the fuck? You know, like, I like to hear people's reactions. I don't want people just sitting there like stone birds, you know what I mean? Like, there's one thing if you're talking about like your weekend or some bullshit, but like if you're talking about what's happening on screen, that's all fair game for me. You know, like, sorry Jamie Tarak, I know she's probably rolling in her grave right now. Like, no phones, no talking in the theater. I agree, no phones in theater. But if you're talking about the movie, you know, and it's one thing of like a comment versus talking, right? Like if you're just, ha, dude, that was cool, did you see that? They did that, you know, like, and you're recapping everything that just happened, that's not cool. But if you're just kind of like, oh shit, like, you don't need to keep that on the inside. Like, let your body react the way it needs to react. Like, there was multiple times I was like, oh, like, screaming, like, oh my god, no, they didn't. What, they're back? No way, there's no way. And then it kept growing, and I was like, no way, Marvel, you're amazing, I love you. But, I hate to say it, but a part of me wants more, wanted more how, wanted more why, for certain characters in scenes. in certain scenes I was like, could have used a little bit more there, you know, like dialogue-wise, and other scenes had too much dialogue and could have shown a lot more. I don't know. But either way, I'm hoping it won't age like a Thor Love and Thunder. I don't think it will, because Thor Love and Thunder was kind of like, people were really upset that they didn't do the Gore the God Butcher the same way they could have done for the comics, and they really pivoted hard with that movie and just made it a family-friendly film, which I don't blame them. You know, everyone in Marvel at that time was having kids, and every one of their kids ended up in that movie and shit, so like, you know, Taika ran out of ideas and decided to pivot into something family-friendly. I don't blame him at all for that, you know? Shout out Taika. But now that movie's at the bottom of people's lists. But I still maintain that me and Lango on opening night for Thor Love and Thunder had a wonderful time and we laughed our asses off. But the moment we got in the car and drove home, we were like, damn, I wish they did more with that. Like, I wish we saw more. I wish they didn't do this. I wish they didn't do that. And we were like, damn, do we actually don't like this movie? You know, like it just changed. All of a sudden we were like, man, I don't know if we do. But I will say, I thoroughly like this movie right now, and I'm just trying to decide if I love it or not. But there's also, you know, like, I feel like there was some stuff that was cut out because they needed to just, like, make it a super presentable 2-hour movie type of thing. And I would have rather it been a little bit longer if it meant we got more to what's going on with these characters. And that's really my only complaint, is I want a little bit more visual storytelling with the how and the why than just kind of dialogue, you know what I mean? But still very solid at 4 out of 5 stars and about an 8.5 to 8.7 out of 10. Comment below, what is your score for Deadpool Wolverine? Have you seen it yet? When did you see it? I would love to know if you went to the theaters. Did you get the merch? Did you get some Wolverine merch? I knew that I was going, and I've passed up on a lot of the popcorn buckets, the Thor, the Ant-Man, you know, a lot of these. And I'm kind of a collector, and I've never collected popcorn buckets because I don't eat popcorn, but I was like, you know what, I could buy these and then just go toss them in the car and then go watch the movie. So that's exactly what I did. So I now have some Deadpool and Wolverine merch. I am hyped up about that. You know, in a Headpool, like, come on. If you guys don't know because you haven't seen the movie, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but they're selling head pools, baby. Oh god, that thing's hilarious. It also is creepy, but the way that the eyes just kind of look back at me, I'm like, ugh. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We will be talking full spoilers about Deadpool and Wolverine, and I can't wait to chat with y'all and see what you thought about the movie. If you want to talk more Deadpool Wolverine in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and what's next, Comic-Con this weekend, so much news coming to the channel, comment below, or you can message me on my other social medias, links down in the description below. Big Cam pretty much anywhere, 2 G's in the Big. Threads, Twitter, Instagram. Comically Boston Instagram is my Comically Boston email for my podcast email, so stay tuned for more House of the Dragon breakdowns and weekly nerdy newses coming to the channel. But yeah, tomorrow, Deadpool Wolverine, full spoilers. So if you haven't gone and seen the movie, go check it out and then come check out my videos. And I highly appreciate you. And I hope I didn't spoil anything for you in this video. I don't think I did, but shh, no spoilers. And stay off the internet until you've seen this. You've been warned. My name's Big Cam. I really appreciate you. If you made it this far in the video, smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that bell so you don't miss future videos. And I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace!